So Donald Trump took to Truth Social today to attack the media. He said they were unfair toward Donald Trump. And no matter what deals he would work out with Putin in Alaska on Friday, that they would report that he had a bad deal. Now, in part, he's upset by the fact that the media asked his press secretary yesterday to clarify a couple of comments where Donald Trump, on I believe it was Monday, said he was going to Russia to meet with Vladimir Putin, not Alaska. And he said it more than once. And the media was covering it because it's news. You have a 79-year-old person in the White House as president who apparently doesn't even know basic geography anymore. And maybe it was a slip of the tongue, but they had to clarify. They were doing their job. Well, he goes on to say, whatever comes out of this, whatever deal I work out with Putin, I could get Moscow and Leningrad for free, and the media would say it's a bad deal. Well, what kind of a deal does he think he's working out, first of all? He's supposed to be talking about the possibility of a ceasefire for Ukraine. Now, he said he could end the Russia-Ukraine war in less than 24 hours after being elected. Here we are 200 plus days into his term and the war's still going on. But beyond that, he said he could get Moscow and Leningrad for free. And if you're confused about where Leningrad is, no, he didn't make up the name of the city. That is the former name for St. Petersburg when they were part of the Soviet Union. It has not been Leningrad since 1991, 34 years ago. So is this just his dementia kicking in? Nobody has called it Leningrad since the fall of the Soviet Union. Not really. This is something that should be talked about. Donald Trump sparks more dementia fears by screwing up geography yet again. First he said he was going to go to Russia and meet with Putin. Well, he's going to Anchorage, Alaska. Now he says he could get Moscow and Leningrad, and using a term that hasn't been around for 34 years. Is he going to try to negotiate something? Maybe he gives up Alaska for Moscow and Leningrad, and would we even want it? I don't think so. But Donald Trump thinks he's such a master negotiator that he can walk in, sweet talk Vladimir Putin enough to get this ceasefire deal underway and get Russia to give up some territory maybe. Donald Trump is not that kind of master manipulator. He thinks he is, but he's not. He's not going to be able to work that kind of a deal. But the fact that he's turning around and still saying things like the wrong city name and stuff, all of these things combined just make it very clear that he is suffering from something going on when it comes to his mental health.